Hey everyone, Bad Gamer 1284 here. Listen, in case you missed it, this week I spoke with a few people who recently made it to affiliate. They wanted to share with everyone their story about what they did to get to that point, what really works and what doesn't. So if you haven't yet reached affiliate on Twitch, listen to what they had to say. It's all true, it's all real, no BS, no hype, no promises of glory, but absolute truth and realism. Take a listen. So just so you guys know, Juju and Rice over here, B-Ball Man down here, and right here in the corner, we have Eero Devon. This is who we've got. And Juju and Rice, always the amazing mother she is on her streams. Guys, if you guys have never been to a Juju and Rice stream to see the Monster Squad, she's got one right now. I know he doesn't look like much of a monster, but I'm telling you right now, they have an amazing thing going on. For every new follower, all the kids kind of come out and they're yelling and screaming, welcome to followers. And I'm hoping at some point before the stream ends, we can get a little bit of taste of that in the stream, Juju. We'll see what happens. I see one sleeping. So
do a little something. This one came, but I do have two others here who would love to do it.
Yeah, for sure. So guys, I really want to talk a bit about, what really happened with you guys getting to affiliate. So the first question I want to ask is, I guess, an obvious one, and I'll ask you one at a time. So we'll start with Juju. Juju, when did you make it to that status of being an affiliate?
It was recent. I hit 50 on the 22nd, and then I got my email the very next day on the 23rd, and that was a crazy thing. Like, your emotions are like, okay, it's supposed to be a for sure thing. But, it took some people who told me, like, just give it some time, let it refresh and it'll get there. So I just hit it.
Right. And so for people who don't know the time frame here, it is now the 29th. So that means it's been less than 1 week.
Yes.
Less than 1 week. Wow. Let's go to B-Ball Man. B-Ball Man, tell me, when did you become an affiliate?
I think it was either a week before Thanksgiving or a few days after Thanksgiving. I actually think it was a week before.
Right. And so you've been affiliate probably longer than both of these.
Yeah.
You've got some affiliate status under your belt. So let's go ask Eero Devon. How long have you been an affiliate, my friend?
So I became an affiliate, I want to say 3 days ago. I think what took the longest time for me was getting my average viewers up. I fucking surpassed all the other things. I was sitting at, I think, 176 followers whenever I hit affiliate. I just hadn't been. I streamed a lot, and so my average just kept dwindling down because of the amount of hours that I put in. So finally, I stopped doing really long streams and I focused, and I got some good views. And next thing I know, I'm an affiliate.
Awesome.
So that did take a minute to happen too for me.
No, so you're the most recent affiliate here in this group right now. Awesome, man. Awesome. That is awesome, man. I'm so glad. I'm excited for you guys. You guys have no idea how excited I get when I hear people have just made it to affiliate. In the chat, CV Cass is cheering you on, Eero. So that's awesome. So next question, I guess. How long did it take you guys to make it to that status of affiliate? B-Ball Man, go ahead.
So it took me a while because I think I've been streaming for about 2 years now, but I wasn't focused on streaming. I was just kind of like, all right, I'll stream once a month just to do it, not really caring for it, I guess. But probably I really got into it in September, and then September and October came and I found some streamers, some community streamers, and it probably took me about a month and a half after that to get affiliate.
Awesome. So, I think that a lot of people don't realize sometimes, I guess, that the road to affiliate, it can be long, it can be short. And I think what I want to uncover today with you guys is, whether the long or the short, what are the steps you guys took? So Eero, tell me, how long did it take you once you realize, okay, I'm going to be a streamer? You start streaming, and then you wake up your affiliate.
Man, so I started streaming about 4 or 5 months ago, and just being active duty army, like I only really had the time to do it whenever I would get off from work, and so I would come home and I would stream, and I wasn't taking it seriously for a long time, but then like I actually did within the past month, and so I think in that month I went and I got with my gaming community regiment, and because of them I was able to make a lot of friends. I was able to make like a lot of people that I played with, and so I started building my own little community. And because of that, it took me probably about like after actually sitting down and being serious to get to affiliate, it took me probably 3 months.
Oh wow. So that's that. I just want to say first off, are you still you're still active right now? Yeah.
No, I am. And so I'm active duty right now.
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you so much for your service. And secondly, so right above you here in this little quadrant is Juju, and right now she is with her husband, who is actively serving as well. Juju, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. We are stationed out here in Germany, and he is active duty Air Force, and I am a veteran, so prior service.
Oh, thank you for your service, man. That's fucking awesome.
Right.
Well, thank you.
And
No.
and in the chat we got Sassy Squash 45 that says, "Hell yeah, thank you for your service." Sassy is actually also a vet. So it's a common thing that I've found a lot of streamers are either military, active military, or vet. It's pretty cool. It's exciting. I love it, man, because I have so much respect for anybody who serves their country. So thank you, big time. And then over to you. We're going to get over to Juju now. So Juju, how long did it take you once you said, "Yeah, I want to be a streamer," until you were actually an affiliate?
So I officially started streaming. Like my very first stream was December 5th.
Oh wow.
So it really wasn't that long. When I actually look at from when I started, it wasn't that long. It felt like it was because I was seeing other people who was posting like, "Oh my goodness, I made it within 8 days," or "I made it within a day." But when I sit there and see my time frame, it was not that long at all.
Right. I don't know. You can't make it. I mean, at the very least, you've got to be streaming for a 30-day period, and in that 30 days, 7 separate days for 8 hours. So, oh no, they made it in a day, but but it's true. So I guess when it comes to streamers, one of the things that I've noticed is there are a lot of different variety types of streamers, and for those who are watching, and for those who are going to be watching on YouTube as well, I want to know, what kind of a streamer are you? Are you a gamer streamer? You're just chatter, or you think you're more of a variety streamer? Let's go with B-Ball Man on that one first.
I mean, I'm definitely a gamer streamer, but I'm always there to chat. Just the viewers are, the most important thing.
Right.
You gotta engage your community. That's what I've kind of figured out. You gotta hop into other streams. You gotta network. Networking is so important, which I found out from so many, like from you, from other little bit bigger Twitch streamers, is network, get your name out there.
No, for sure.
I'm not the best at, I have Hover, I have TikTok, I have Expand. I just don't post there.
Right. Right. No, and that makes sense. And we'll talk a little bit about that as well shortly. Eero, what about you? What would you say, what type of a streamer you think you would identify as?
So I have never done a just chatting stream. I play Apex Legends. I actually just got picked up for a competition team for Apex Legends.
Oh, wow.
So that's mostly what I do is I play a lot of Apex. I'm trying to break my way into the competitive scene. I'm trying to shake things up, man. I'm trying to get my name known and out there.
That is awesome. Awesome. Apex. So, okay, I'll be sure to check that out because I love watching Apex streamers. I'm not very good at Apex. I'm not going to lie. I'm not.
Very good, but
Apex took a long time to get good. So you just got to know your legends. You got to know who you want to be, why you play that person, know yourself, and know your limitations.
Awesome.
Apex is fucking yeah.
Good. It is, isn't it?
I'm
all right.
With anybody.
Yeah. All right, Juju, what kind of a streamer are you?
I'm definitely a gamer mom. I play a wide variety of games. I've tried the just chatting thing, but like to game and then look over and engage with the chat and stuff. You know, I like it
Oh, he's not ready for this.
when it comes to this.
Yeah. But yeah, so you are. So every stream that I've been on with you, you've definitely been that gamer, and yet I guess kind of like what the other two, B-Ball Man and Hero Devin has said, you're still very much engaged with the chat. So you're still talking, right? I think when I see people who haven't made it to affiliate, I'm always trying to find out what are some tips and pointers I can offer them without sounding like an arrogant know-it-all. And I think number one is engage your chat, because I've jumped into many non-affiliate streamers, and I've typed into the chat, hey, or hey, how's it going? And I'm waiting for someone to come back, for the streamer to come back and acknowledge my chat. And I think that, I'm not saying that is the reason, but I think that it's definitely a reason that we can find that some people aren't making it to that affiliate status. CVK says Euro Clutch wins. Sassy Squatch is saying, I've been in Juju's stream. She is awesome. So cool to chat with. And I think the same can be said for you, Sassy, buddy. All right. So Juju, let's flip it back at you. Got a question. When you started to look at wanting to become an affiliate, did you start using sites like Google or YouTube to learn some tips and tricks on how to become an affiliate?
No, actually, I picked the hell out of my husband's brain. My husband is such an expert when it comes to the whole gaming thing. He's who I went through. My husband is my moderator, my manager, my editor. I picked his brain, and then there is a streamer out there who goes by the name of Skinny Man, who I see as my mentor. I've been following him for years. So when I was finally ready, it was him and my husband. I was just asking them questions. Whenever he was on, I was asking him questions. And there was my husband right there.
Hey.
Whenever he's not busy at work, I'm picking his brain, because I thought it was point A to point B. Oh, well, Twitch says this is all you need. It should be that simple. And my husband was right there like, no, this is what you need to do. Get out here. There's these sites. There's these communities. And I'm sitting here like, what? Like, there's what? I had no idea what a gaming community was, what networking was. Without my husband, y'all wouldn't know who Juju or the Monster Squad was.
Well, your husband, he's behind us. I don't know if he can hear us, but thank you. Thumbs up. All right. What about you, B-Ball Man? Did you use any sites? And did you Google anything? YouTube tips, pointers?
I probably went the route of networking. I really didn't do any sites, but I joined, like I said, I joined Discord communities. I've joined Super Yak, who is a fantastic streamer. I joined his, and I joined, well, I really didn't join, but I came across another buddy of mine, Wrong Hurricane, who streams, and he was like, hey, do this. And I literally took like a month off of streaming, and so I could like kind of average out my viewers. And then I went right back in and started streaming again. And then as soon as I did that, I definitely saw a big jump, because I was streaming for way too long. I was streaming for like 3-4 hours plus, and not taking like an hour stream and cutting it off at an hour when I saw my viewers drop.
Right.
Which.
So that's something I do want to talk about, I guess, in a little bit, because I don't want to get too far ahead of us. But there is, until you get to that point of affiliate, there are certain things that I think might not be comfortable for us as streamers to want to do, but we kind of have to do it to reach our goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable about doing it. I wanted to stream for a period of time, but I'm like, if I want to hit affiliate, I got to do this. And I'm trying to pass on a little bit of tips to a really good buddy of mine who hasn't hit affiliate yet, but we're pushing for him, UT Minor.
Right.
And,
all right. Well, I'm gonna ask that same question. I'm gonna throw it over to Eero here now. Eero, buddy. So what about you? Did you use like Google, YouTube, anything like that to kind of get some tips and pointers?
Yeah, so I did actually. I used Discord, and I got in contact with Regiment. So it's the Regiment. It's a gaming community with I think either all military or all veteran. Like we are accept everybody who has been in the services or is currently in the service. They're certainly I think they're right now sitting at 10,000, and then along with 10,000 members. Along with the regiment, there's also Valhalla Esports, who is where I represent during the competitions. And then my buddies in the coalition, I just joined up with them. They were finally the last ones that gave me a little bit of push. So, it's all about your community. I got it through networking and Discord.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that's actually kind of going to tie into, I guess, would be the next question about that, and that is when it came to streamers and other people out there streaming, did you watch other streams or other streamers that gave you tips and pointers and tricks that worked for you? And again, looking into, you mentioned Discord, also looking into things like communities and things like that kind of helped you get to that point of affiliate. Juju, what do you think?
So yes, definitely there are streamers out there who did help me. I'm going to keep bringing this person up because he is truly amazing. Skinny Man. Any questions I had, he was right there. Another person, which I hope he's still in the chat, Oblivion. As soon as I met him, I think he came across me because my hashtag in one of my streams was veteran. And from there, it's like we connected because we're both veterans. He was prior, I'm prior. So I was able to pick his brain. And he was the one who told me about Bad Gamers Discord. Had no idea what a Discord was. So I'm literally new to all of this, but I have learned so much within this short amount of time. Bad Gamer is another person. If there was any streamers who I can say have helped me along this way, it is definitely those three: Skinny Man, Oblivion, and Bad Gamer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. What about you, Eero? Let's flip it back to you right quick. In terms of streamers. Yeah, in terms of streamers and streams, were there any streamers in particular that you were watching, any streams that you were particularly jumping into and learning from them what it took to be a streamer?
No, honestly, it's going to sound really crazy. I never watched people stream before I started streaming. I had a buddy that I lived next door to in the barracks. His name is Angry Gamer Kyle on TikTok. That was streamed, and I saw him doing it one day, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like a lot of fun." And even to this day, I don't really watch other people do streams. I just do my own stream. It sounds really bad.
No, actually, I remember somebody talking about a particular streamer one day, and I went, "Who?" And apparently this streamer was a very famous, popular streamer. Because I, like you, I didn't watch many streamers. I did find myself, though, to this day, there are a few that I always jump into their stream because I'm either feeling good about the stream when I'm in there and I'm getting hyped and getting excited, or I'm learning something, or it's just somebody that I really love engaging and having a chat with. But yeah, no, absolutely. And B-Ball Man, what about you?
The only streamer I watched was Swifter. I really didn't engage in his chat. I really didn't do much. But Super Yak, on the other hand, I engaged. I joined his Discord community, made sure my name was out there for him, and really he was the main reason. He is still really the main reason why I watch him. I stream. Joined his Discord, joined other people's Discords.
Yeah, and I know exactly who you're talking about. He's super hype. He's been in the channel a few times, and I've streamed as well. Absolutely great guy. Okay, so the big question I think that a lot of people coming into streaming want to know, and I think it's a big question. I know I had it. I work in TV, so I'm a TV talk show host, which is why this kind of stuff is so good for me. I love it. But as a TV talk show host, I knew everything about production. I knew what it took to produce a show. And I looked at Twitch in much the same way. So for me, before I even started streaming, I had to have the best computer. I had to have a good mic. I had to have a camera. I had to have a lighting system. I had to have the software. I had to do all of these things. But I learned pretty quickly on that isn't the case. I'm just curious about the three of you. What kind of software do you think, or hardware, whether it was cameras, mics, any software like OBS or Streamlabs, that you felt was important for your stream, And do you think that these things are important for other streamers? Let's go with Juju first.
So when I started, I have my gaming laptop with the built-in webcam, and then I used a pre-owned monitor that I had got from the Airman's Attic. And anybody who's military knows what that is. Those places are a godsend. Like, you don't need the best of the best to get started. And then from there, I slowly started getting, like, I got a better webcam, but that was like, I want to say $30 on Amazon. Like, as you can see, those three of my monsters out of four. So I'm not about getting the most expensive stuff. I shop on a budget.
Right.
So there is no let me get the big stuff. They come first. So if there's something that's on sale, okay, this might help me out. Let's grab it. That's how I am. I'm not looking for the best thing to run the smoothest or anything. If I get to that point, that'll be awesome. But starting out, no.
Right. So, obviously, I think that the important thing is just knowing that you can have a very minimal selection. You don't have to have the maximum. Eero, what about you? What is it that you felt was important for you as a streamer to have in terms of hardware and software?
A camera. I feel like I needed a camera. So I stream native from PS4 as of right now. I am not on PC at the moment, but I am currently saving up to go get a PC. So I got a camera, and I got a laptop, and then I got a Go Live Stream. So I pay $8 a month, and I'm able to bypass having a capture card with a Go Live Stream. Sorry. And I think that's really all you need. Get a solid software, get yourself a camera, get yourself any console you want, and then you're all set.
Right. All right. And B-Ball Man, what about you?
I mean, I recently just started streaming with a camera, but I really didn't feel like that was the most important thing. I really feel like having a good mic, which I really don't at the second because I work retail and I have other things to pay for before, my stream. So, but, I stream right through my Xbox. My next purchase I'm going to get for streaming is going to be a capture card so I can finally start running sound alerts.
Right.
And running the face game at the same time.
Right. No, absolutely. And you did touch on one thing that I felt was probably very important there, B-Ball Man, was the idea of having a good mic. One thing I've learned going into streams is people who have terrible mics are hard to watch. Really, they are. And I know that I've in the past have lost viewers when I was starting out, when my mic wasn't working as well as I wanted it to, or things were happening, or sometimes, and I'm very, very bad for this. So I use a MIDI player I have a Stream Deck, but I also use a MIDI player. I got like all these keys. It's a big keyboard here, and each key is assigned a hotkey. I use a MIDI player, and there's a button here for muting my mic. And as a father, sometimes I have to take advantage of that button to holler at my kids. But sometimes I forget to unmute. And I've watched stream counts go down because I forgot to unmute. And, so I've learned as a streamer that if you're a viewer watching a streamer and things like that happen, just let them know in the chat. Let them know. Give them a heads up. Hey, your mic sounds bad. Hey, you're muted. Don't just run away. But quick.
I have like bad mic issues, and I always seem to like pause my stream, mute my mic, or unplug my mic, and then I go back, and it seemed to be fine. So
yeah, there are a lot of troubleshooting stuff. I want to know, in terms of the any tips and pointers you got, any advice you got in terms of software, hardware, all these kinds of things. I'm going to start with Eero. Eero, what worked for you and what really didn't?
What do you mean? I want to understand the question a little bit better.
Right. So, between all of the streamers that you may or may not have watched, between the friends and other gamers that gave you advice, any Google or YouTube stuff you may have done, as well as any hardware and software, what do you find in terms of helping your stream worked and what didn't?
So I think something that's going to really help anybody out there is you need to know your mindset. You need to get familiar with yourself. You need to get familiar with playing the game that you're going to be playing because you want to create the best content possible. What if you can have the crappiest hardware, the crappiest software out there, but if you're out there being a genuine person, playing with genuine friends, doing your thing, being who you are, you're going to do great things. You just got to keep going.
Right. What about you, Juju? What do you find was what worked for you and what didn't?
What worked for me was the fact that one, I always have my husband here. He is my backbone. So anytime that he needs to tell me something, whether it's something I want to hear at the time or not, he will let me know. You know, he's basically that critique that I need. Also, it's one of those things to where the advice I can give somebody is don't try to be anybody else. They're already big. They're already doing, that's already a household name. Create your image because the internet is quick to talk about, oh, this person's trying to be the next so-and-so. Yeah. Don't let that be you. You know, it'll speak for itself. Like, people know who, you know, the small community that I have, they know who Juju is because of the Monster Squad. You know, they know when you follow, you get a whoop, whoop. That's all me. You know, I never tried to be anybody else. It's too hard.
Yeah.
So that's the advice I can give.
All right, can we get a woot woot?
Sure.
Can we get a woot woot? All right, guys. Every time she gets a follower, guys, this is what you can expect. So if you're not following her, don't do it now. Wait until she goes live. Jump into her live stream. Give her a follow. This is what you can see.
So you guys, let's give them an example. What do we do when we have a new follower? Woo, woo!
Love it. Absolutely love it. You guys are amazing. All of you guys in the Monster Squad. Especially Spider. I see Spider-Man back there. He's not in the Spider-Man suit today, but yeah. B-Ball Man, what would you say really worked for you? And what would you say didn't?
They really touched on the points that worked for me. You know, be yourself. You don't be anybody you're not because it's not going to work. You know, it's just not. You know, and just really, they hit the points there. I'd really have nothing else to add, nothing else to tack on.
Okay, no worries, because I mean it is true. They hit some pretty good ones. So I'm going to give you the first question this time, B-Ball Man. Okay, you're getting the first one. So this one here is what are some of the obstacles that you faced in wanting to become an affiliate, and how did you overcome them?
So for me, I work retail. So I don't have a set schedule. I can't make a set schedule. Working retail. So that's the biggest obstacle, is not having a set schedule for your viewers to know when you're going live. For me, that was difficult. So what I always do is I try to give everybody like a 2-hour window. I post on Twitter a lot about, you know, when I'm going live, so people know that I will be going live, you know, that said day. I'll sometimes do it like a day before if I know I have nothing going on. And that was one of the biggest obstacle, is not having a set schedule and not being able to have a set schedule for me anyway.
And I think that's an obstacle that many people face. And it's kind of hard for me. You know, I got lucky for starting my stream out and finding a schedule because, well, I kind of have a lot of flexibility, but then after COVID hit, I had all the time in the world, literally. I was getting paid to stay home. So what better thing to do when you're staying home than to get involved in something like this and really try to push a dream, push a goal. I'm going to ask you, Eero, what about you? What were some of the obstacles that you faced, and how did you overcome them?
Well, one of them is, I think this is an obstacle everybody's going to face too, is yourself. You are going to be your biggest critic. You're going to be your biggest doubter. And I think just push over it. Just push through. At the very end of the day, you need to be able to just continue pushing through whatever obstacle is going to be in your way. It doesn't matter what it is. It's fucking send it.
Yeah. Quick question for you. Have you ever gone back and watched some of your old streams or some of your streams before getting to affiliate, wondering that maybe I can do that differently next time, or maybe I should start doing this or start doing that?
Nah, so I've never looked back and thought something like that. I've looked back on my gameplay and I've like tried to coach myself up from my gameplay, just purely from a competitive standpoint. But I have to start looking more into my content about myself and try to make better on that.
Awesome. And then Juju, for you, what were some of the obstacles that you had faced, and how did you overcome them?
He hit the nail on the head when it was, overcoming myself. Because I am a mom of four, it was one of those to where I had to tell myself, I'm not ignoring my kids. A few hours a day to have me time to stream is okay, especially because I bring my kids into it. So that was one, but also not forgetting that I do still have my spouse responsibilities. My kids do have clubs. My kids have school. So streaming during the week is going to be my shortest times because I got to make sure that they're ready for school the next day.
Right.
And stuff like that. So the whole, I kept getting advice from people saying, having a schedule, that'll help you. That'll pull in more followers. Okay, well, this is one streamer that will never have a schedule because I cannot stick to it. I cannot guarantee that I can be on that day. There was a day that I said I was going to stream, but my 2-year-old right here was not feeling good. So I just posted on all my social medias, letting them know, hey, I'm sorry, but mommy duties to trumpet, but thank you for your understanding, and I'll catch you guys next stream.
Right. And that's true. I think a lot of people that tell you need to have a schedule probably don't have a very busy personal life where they can make that statement. I know for me, I've tried schedules, and I guess another thing that's kind of held me back personally is I am also ADHD, and it's very, very difficult for me to maintain focus on something. So setting a schedule for me is extremely difficult. I did, however, realize that if I don't, at the very least, with some advanced warning, notify my community that I'm going live, that was a major setback. I think that if you can't formulate an adequate schedule to follow, if you can at least in advance notify your community that you're going live, that's definitely beneficial. All right, last question. We're here. Last question. It's a big one. If you could travel through time, okay, with the knowledge you have today and go back to starting out fresh as a streamer, what would you do differently, if anything at all? Let's go with B-Ball Man.
Definitely networking, definitely taking this a little bit more seriously, because like I said, when I first started, it was like a once in a blue moon that I did it, because I really didn't know what I was doing either. Didn't know how to engage a community. I'm still working on that, without a doubt. I'm still working on trying to engage a community. So working on trying to try and work out a few other points here. But, try and take it a little bit more seriously. Don't do what I did. Stream like once a month for 2 hours and not do it again.
Yeah. What about you, Eero? What would you do if you can travel back in time? What would you do differently?
I would look myself dead in my face, get as close to the other me as possible, and tell them, do not consider yourself. Don't water yourself down at all. Just send it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's you're absolutely right. And then I guess Juju, last one to you. What would you do differently if you went back in time, or could go back in time?
I wouldn't listen to anybody. I would listen to myself. And the moment that I was like, you know what, I could probably do this, I should have done it. The very first time when I seen, and spoiler alert, I'm about to give my age away, I was watching Twitch when Nadeshot was in his mom's room still doing the Nadeshot dance. That was the first time where I was like, I might be able to do this, but I let people get into my head.
Right.
I was in the military then, and I heard, you're in the military, you got a good career. That's not nothing. Okay, well, I guess you're right. But imagine if I would have started all those years ago, where I would be today.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you think you can do something, That's all the yes you need.
Yeah.
You don't need yes from nobody else. Don't listen to nobody. Get out your head.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's really good advice. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Don't forget, all of you who are watching right now, check out these guys, Juju and Rice, B-Ball Man, 12389, and Eero Devon. Make sure you guys jump into their streams. Show them some love. Guys, thank you guys so much for being here. This will be up on YouTube this week as well. Make sure you share it with everyone that you know, so that they can learn how they can become an affiliate as well, what it takes. Because in all honesty, there are a lot of YouTube videos out there and a lot of tips and pointers, a lot of streamers, and a lot of stuff giving it. But I think that what matters most is when you get people like you guys who have recently made it to affiliate, know the real world ways in which to get to affiliate and what works and what doesn't, I think is most important to share. So thank you guys for sharing your story with me and with my community. And we'll be seeing you guys on your next live streams.
All right, take care.
Thanks for having us.
If you want to learn more about what they had to say and about what it means to be a part of a community for Twitch streamers, take a look at the Discord in the link in the description down below. Join the Discord, be a part of a family, of a group of people that want to help you make it to affiliate. We know we can do it. We know it works. And if you need help, we're here. We'll see you there.